Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim, and if you're new, welcome. Today's video is a really delicate topic. It's on depression and fibromyalgia and how it works together. So it's a serious topic that I need to get out there, and there's a lot of information. And I hope that you will watch all the way to the end of the video because there's so much information. And if you could learn something new about it, and educate yourself, or if it would just save a life, it would be worth it. So I'm going to start off by letting you know the National Suicide Prevention number is 1-800-273-8255. And if you're a veteran, just push 1 and you'll get the Veteran Crisis Hotline. So, people with fibromyalgia are 10 times more likely than the general populace to commit suicide. They're 3 times more likely to commit suicide than people with chronic pain. It's that serious. There's a lot of things that play into it. But first, when you go to your doctor, and whether it's your family doctor or a psychiatrist, they should run some blood work. And what they're looking for is to see how your thyroid's function. Because let me tell you, if it's completely underactive or overactive, you can have depression. And you don't know what's going on. The same thing with lupus. Lupus can attack your brain and your spinal cord, right? HIV can damage your brain. And then there's like hepatitis C and herpes, chickenpox, shingles. They all researchers think that inflammatory changes in those conditions may be the common link between viruses and depression. That's a big deal to find out. Depression is one of the most common symptoms and first symptoms of MS. According to JAMA, and that's the Journal of American Medical Association, they have a magazine they publish. Beta blockers for high blood pressure can cause depression. Corticosteroids, they're used to treat inflammatory conditions like lupus, RA, Sjogren's, pulmonary diseases, flare-ups, etc. Benzodiazepines, that's your Xanax and your Valium, or your alprazolam or your diazepam, whichever you're getting, the brand name or the generic. Parkinson's disease, the medicine to treat it. And the number one thing they treat restless leg syndrome with is Requip. And that's a Parkinson's disease medicine. It can cause depression. Stimulants for ADD, narcolepsy, ADHD, that's your Ritalin, Provigil, etc. There's another one, anticonvulsants, used to treat seizures, diseases, or conditions because they affect the chemicals in the brain that are responsible for regulating the mood. They sometimes cause depression. Examples of this, there's, a few Topamax, whatever, Neurontin, or gabapentin. Now, if you have fibromyalgia, one of the main drugs they have you on is gabapentin. Causes depression. Now, we're just talking outside things, not the disease itself. Here's a surprising one. We're back at this again. Proton pump inhibitors. They have occasionally been associated with depression. Oh, the statin drugs, right, for high cholesterol? They it is thought that these drugs may cause depression because of lowering the cholesterol levels in the brain that the brain needs. Your IBS drugs, irritable bowel syndrome drugs, your Bentyl. This one is because they affect the central nervous system because it's you're slowing down the intestines, right? They can cause depressive symptoms. Other drugs that cause or may be linked to depression are acne medications, pain relievers, allergy medicines, thyroid medicines, and antibiotics. Now you're getting to your diet. And they did a study of 6,500 women over 25 years where they ate an anti-inflammatory diet, right? They ate good stuff. And they showed 20% less risk of depression than people eating an inflammatory diet. And you're talking your healthy fats, right? Your avocado or avocado oil, coconut oil, olive oil, eating your antioxidants. Gluten is not our friend. And it's so hard to stop eating gluten. Maybe reduce it to eating it once a week, and your breads and such. And you'd be better off because, again, you can treat your inflammatory conditions. So there's that. See, that it irritates the gut and the gut microbes as well as intestinal tissues. So that's how it's linked to depression. GMOs. Genetically modified organisms. In the United States of our God bless America that I love so much, that I would have given my life for, allows us to be flooded with soy and corn. All the soy and corn grown in the United States of America are GMOs. Other countries have banned it. All of Europe? Canada? Mexico? It's all about the Benjamins, baby. These foods, by definition, have been heavily treated with pesticides and herbicides. Since these chemicals are designed to kill, right? It makes sense that they're quite toxic to our bodies and our microbial cells, right? So this toxicant disrupts our microbiome, messing with the production of essential amino acids like tryptophan, absorption of minerals, and detoxification of the liver. Absorption of minerals. Right, we're talking magnesium. There's a link between magnesium deficiency and fibromyalgia. Sugar and artificial sugar. Okay, roller coaster. You eat sugar, you're up, and then eat sugar, you're up. So that is called, what is it called? Where it's putting the sugar into your bloodstream like that. It's called reactive hypoglycemia. And it's responsible for carb and sugar cravings. And it leads to anxiety, headaches, irritability, and yes, ultimately depression. Sugar starves the brain and damages important structures in our bodies, like cell membranes and blood vessels. All this can lead to depression. So, depression symptoms: feeling of sadness, emptiness, hopelessness, angry outbursts, frustration, irritability, loss of interest or pleasure in everything, sleep disturbances, either you have insomnia or you're sleeping all the time, tiredness, lack of energy, reduced or increased weight gain, Trouble thinking or concentrating. We already have that with fibromyalgia because we have fibrofog. And then unexplained physical aches and pains and backaches and headaches. And according to Psychology Today, and I told you this already, people with fibromyalgia are 10 times more likely to commit suicide, my friends. This is serious. We're suffering. I don't think people understand how bad we suffer. Depression magnifies chronic pain. Duh. Over 65% of depressed people complain of pain, and those aren't people that are necessarily diagnosed with fibromyalgia. Those are just depressed people. Depression and chronic pain share some of the same neurotransmitters, brain chemicals that act as messengers traveling between nerves. Depression and chronic pain also share some of the same nerve pathways in the brain and the spinal cord. Because of that, certain antidepressants are often used to treat both, right? And some antidepressants can actually reduce the perception of pain, which is awesome. Okay, 80% of people put on an antidepressant. 4 to 6 weeks from the start of it, usually they're showing improvement. Some people, a lot of marked improvement. Sorry about my phone. And it's different for everybody. I am lucky because 1 week and I'm feeling it. You know, and the thing is, everybody's so different, and it may take a lot of time going back and forth finding the right drug, and then the dosage. They have to play with it. I've been in on them all. Let's see. There's SSRIs. That's, oh my gosh, I'm just having luck today. There's SSRIs, the selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, meaning basically it blocks it and it leaves it, you have more serotonin available. There's SNRIs, serotonin and norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors. That's like your Cymbalta and Effexor. And Cymbalta is the number one drug that is used when you have depression and for fibromyalgia pain. And it's also used for people that are diabetic that have neuropathy. Okay. I probably said this at the beginning. I'm going to say it again. If I didn't say it, I'm sorry. I'm going in circles. I can't really concentrate today anyway. You start taking in antidepressants, and you're changing the wiring of your brain. You know, you're dumping all of this in there, you know, and it's your brain. Your brain won't know how to produce if you were ever to come off of the antidepressants. Your brain would not know how to make serotonin or make norepinephrine, or if you're on Wellbutrin, to make dopamine. And that's the dopamine. That's a real important. Of course, the serotonin and the norepinephrine are very important, but dopamine's very important. That's your pleasure center, and that's in your amygdala. Mostly, that's where your pleasure center is. It's like deep inside, like straight through here and deep in your brain. You know, so, and the studies suggest, and I've been going through all these studies preparing to do this video, and the studies suggest that even after 3 hours of taking your first antidepressant, that your wiring has already changed. Okay, before going on meds, you go to a board certified psychiatrist. Board certified. If they don't ask you to go to therapy, find another psychiatrist. Because all they're caring to do is push meds. You know, there's alternative treatments, right? You can, I mean, you can go to therapy, you can go to biofeedback, you can do all kinds of things. They should tell you, you know, you need to eat healthy. You need to exercise to the best of your ability. You know, if you just suffer from depression, then you need to exercise. If you suffer from the fibromyalgia, like our family does, then, you know, maybe a light yoga would be great for you, and swimming. But the doctor should suggest this more than just pushing the meds. And if you're lucky, you can find an alternative medicine doctor that would say, instead of saying, let's put you on Cymbalta, maybe let's try St. John's worts. And that you have to be very careful with. You can't take both together because it'll kill you. So, jeez. Anyways, point blank, if they don't do those things, find another doctor. You know, together with your therapist, you need to come up with a game plan for your mental health, right? It's in your hands. You're driving the cart. But they should be there to suggest things like CDs to calm and things to uplift you and exercise and your diet. They should be suggesting all of this to you. So, when you're depressed, you need to get your butt out of bed. I know it's hard. I know the struggle is real, my friends. You need to get your butt out of bed. You need to set goals for yourself. And find something that you really love to look forward to. You need to surround yourself with positivity. Positivity begets positivity, my friends. You know, I've suffered from depression for a long time. As a matter of fact, I think in my childhood I was depressed. And that I would think is genetic. Because it runs in my family. Depression runs really rampant in my family. You know, my sister has it, I have it, my nephew has it, my daughter has it, you know. Other family members have it. You know, so my depression manifests itself with anger. I'm explosive when I'm really depressed. The medicine helps. You know, I don't laugh really good anymore. It's funny. I don't really laugh like I used to. And that I blame on the antidepressants. It's just got me It doesn't have me woo. It has me right? So I'm not down here. So I would do everything I could before I went on antidepressants if I had to do it all over again. I've tried coming off of Cymbalta, tapering down. I have what they call the Cymbalta discontinuation syndrome, where I'm extremely dizzy. I feel shocks in my brain. It's horrible. It's worse than the restless leg syndrome, costochondritis, and kidney stones all put together. Because it's in your brain, you know. So anyways, this is a depression video. I hope that if you're feeling suicidal, you'll reach out to somebody, to a hotline, just to talk to somebody. Sometimes it's better to do that, and I've done that before. And they just listen, and it's nice. You know? No judgment. Right? And if you're a veteran experiencing PTSD and you're having depression, I feel you. I feel you. I understand you. There is hope, though. My brain was screwed up when I got out of the army after coming home from Somalia. Screwed up. I'm better now. I function. I'm functional with depression. It's just everything else that goes with it, right? So, anyway, I'm going to end this on that note. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And like the video. Leave a thumbs up. Smash that button. Ring the bell. Ding, 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 ding. And push it to all so you get my notifications when I'm putting out a video or going live. Right? And leave a comment. How are you? How are you doing? Until next time, stay well, my friends.